Reinventing something as simple as a microphone is a pretty hard thing to do, but I think Lauten may have just done it. Hey guys, how's it going? Alex Scott here with Consordini.com. Thank you guys so much for checking out another one of our super cool studio gear reviews. I am very excited for this video because I get to show you guys the Lauten LS-208 top address condenser mic. Now this is a very, very interesting mic, and when Lauten got in touch with us and said, hey, we have this new design, we think it's really cool, would you like to take a look at it? I said, yes, absolutely. So before I even get into it, thank you so much to the guys at Lauten for sending this mic to take a peek at. I've had a really, really good time playing around with it. So what exactly is the LS-208? Well, it's kind of a new design. It's a new idea in mic construction. And the idea here is really that it's designed to be a replacement for what you might think of as a more traditional studio dynamic mic. You know, when you think of mics like the Shure SM7 or the RE20 or the MD421, any of these mics where it's a dynamic mic, but it's really meant for like broadcast applications, studio applications, stuff that we use on toms and on vocals and on electric guitars. Lauten said, hey, we love that form factor, but we would really, really love to make a mic that is a proper large diaphragm condenser, but also, you know, top address, really good SPL handling, all this kind of stuff, but a true condenser kind of drop-in replacement for that particular use case of mic. And so they came up with the LS-208, and I think that it is a brilliant design. So again, it's a top address, large diaphragm, cardioid condenser. So you get all that kind of detail and clarity that you would normally expect in a large diaphragm condenser, but you get the form factor of this kind of top address style of mic, which makes it really, really great for a lot of applications that it can sometimes be a little bit tricky to use kind of the typical side address or front address condenser mics on, like when you think of a mic design like a Neumann U87 or something. They're incredible mics, but to get them right over, say, a rack tom or a floor tom, or to get them scooched right up in front of a guitar cabinet, because of the form factor of the mic and the shock mount and all this stuff, it can be a little bit tricky. So we usually reach for a top address or an end address mic, or sometimes maybe even a small diaphragm pencil condenser. But with this mic, it gives us all the sound and clarity of the large diaphragm, but again, with the ability to address it from the top here. So it makes it really, really versatile. But they did not just stop there. They gave it amazing SPL handling up to 135 dB. They also gave it 2 filters. We're used to seeing high-pass filters on mics, but we are not used to seeing low-pass filters. So this is a gentle filter that Lauten has added to the top, and you can set it either to start rolling off at 10K or at 8K. So if you are doing something like electric guitars, but it's, you know, maybe a little bit harsh, maybe there's a little bit too much top end, you can bring in this low pass filter, and that will, you know, kind of clean up the top end. Very, very unusual feature, but something that I think is really, really cool. Now it's built like an absolute tank, really, really nice kind of matte black finish over the whole thing. We have this beautiful custom shock mount. It also comes in a very, very nice flight case with a windscreen, and there's also a hard mount included in case you don't want to use the shock mount. Overall, it's a really, really nice, very premium feeling package. You know, again, I love this shock mount design. It's really tight and really compact. It's not big and wiry like a lot of shock mount designs are. It's very easy to position. You've got the Lauten logo on the sides in kind of a light gold or a rose gold almost print, which I think looks fantastic. Overall, it really just oozes quality. Everything's built really, really well. It feels robust. It screws nicely. The threads aren't gritty or anything. It's a high quality package. But at the end of the day, what matters most here is the sound. And it does sound really, really, really good. It's actually not as transparent as I was expecting. You know, Lauten is known for making really, really great mics, but when I think of Lauten, I think of more of a kind of a middle of the road sound, you know, not super vintage and colored, not super bright in details, just a good all-purpose kind of mics. Now, obviously they make a lot of different mics and they all are going to sound a little bit different, but the Lautens that I have used all kind of sit in that just, you know, it's just a good sounding mic. This mic actually surprised me because it's a little more colored than I was expecting. It does have an output transformer on board, which I think is really, really cool. And it gives the mic this almost naturally compressed kind of a sound. It sounds very forward, very punchy, very in your face. Also, looking at the frequency response, it has presence peaks kind of right around 7K and then also right around 12K. So that's going to give you a lot of really nice presence, particularly on voice. You know, again, this thing is going to be great for like podcasting or radio applications. But overall, it's got a really, really nice sound to it, and it's got a very aggressive, kind of characterful sound to my ear. That's a little bit bright, not overly bright or harsh, but just nice and present. And, you know, again, has this kind of air of a naturally kind of compressed vibe to it. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is I've got 3 different kind of sources that we're going to listen to this on. I've got a djembe that I recorded on a record recently that I did with this, and it's kind of sitting on the top mic position for the djembe. Sounds really, really nice. I wanted to do that to kind of see how it handles transient response. We're also going to listen to it on acoustic guitar. We've got a really nice acoustic that I have set up in open D tuning right now, which I've been having a lot of fun with, so we're going to listen to that. And then I'm going to set it up just in kind of a voiceover application, and we can kind of hear it on my voice in that role. So let's go ahead and check out some sound samples of the Lauten LS-208. Okay, guys, so we've got the LS-208 set up in more of a kind of a voiceover configuration here, just so you guys can kind of hear it on my speaking voice. Definitely a bit of a brighter mic, although not harsh or anything like that. It has this really nice kind of naturally compressed quality to it, which, you know, especially because it's kind of a top address condenser as opposed to a front address, it's really, really great for dialogue roles like this. I mean, it makes it great for a lot of things, but definitely makes it like a great high-end podcasting mic or really anything for those kinds of purposes. Now, we do also have the windscreen set up here that comes with the package in that really nice hard shell case. We have the high pass set to about 50 hertz on the body of the mic. So yeah, here it is in more of a voiceover type situation. Okay, guys, so there you go. Really, really nice sounding mic. And again, it's got some chutzpah to it, so to speak. It's got that nice kind of top end presence where it's bright, but not overly bright, not harsh or anything, just really nice and present and forward sounding. That transformer gives it this very, very gently, almost compressed quality that I really, really like and really appreciate. But overall, I think it's an awesome mic, and I think it's a really, really innovative design. I can't think of any other mics that sit in this kind of wheelhouse where it's a large diaphragm mic, but it's top address, and it's kind of meant to replace or kind of stand in for dynamic mics in these situations where we want this kind of a form factor. There are certainly a couple of options out there. I can't think of specific companies off the top of my head. I know I have seen this design before, but when you factor everything in together, the package that it comes with, the fact that it has the high and low pass filters, the fact that it's got such high SPL handling, that it's got this really, really nice characterful tone. Overall, I think it's a really, really strong offering. Right now, MSRP on this guy is, I believe, $599 US, so $600. I do see it on sale. It is on sale at the time of me filming this for $480. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to continue for super long or when we're going to be able to get this video up. But regardless, even at $600, I think it's a pretty fair price. I wouldn't call it an amazing bargain because $600 is a fair amount of money. But I think that if you're somebody where you see this mic and you go, that's a great solution to a specific problem that I have. Maybe you record a lot of electric guitars. You really like the clarity of large diaphragms, but you hate fiddling with shock mounts and side address mics. Perfect solution. If you are a top tier podcaster or you work in radio, maybe a smaller radio station, college radio station, something like that, and you're looking for a really clear, strong, present, broadcasting mic or mic for dialogue, this is going to be a great, great option for you that's not as expensive as some of those really top tier broadcast mics, but is still going to sound amazing. If you do a lot of voiceover, this is going to be a great mic. And honestly, if you're really just looking for like a really great, utilitarian all-around microphone, but in an interesting form factor that's going to be maybe a little bit more versatile than your standard condenser. I think it's an awesome, awesome product. So thank you again so much to the guys at Lauten Audio for sending this over to me. I've had a great time playing around with it. Like I said, I've used it on a couple of sessions and it's performed excellently. So yeah, I'm excited to have it. I'm excited to show it to you guys, and thank you so much, Lauten, for sending it over. But what do you guys think? What do you think of this form factor? What do you think of this as kind of an idea, having condenser mics, but having them be top addressed so that they work a little bit more like some of these dynamic mics that we all know and love? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Always love hearing from you. If you have not yet subscribed to the Consordini YouTube channel, please do that as well. It really, really helps us out. Be sure to click the notification bell so that you can be kept up to date with our new content as we post it. And if you guys want to give this video a like or a share, that would be awesome. Well, but regardless, my name is Alex Scott with Consordini.com. Thank you guys so much, as always, for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next one.